Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to Finding with Justy, life coach. If it's your first time here, my name is Justy. I am a life coach and we do videos on just getting your life, your mind and everything in order, right? Getting it right. So today guys, we are going to be talking about how to identify toxic, unhealthy relationships. I can tell you how many people I coach that tell me I had no idea I was in a toxic relationship or in a toxic environment until it was too late. So today we're going to be talking about what are the signs? How do you know when you're in something that's full of toxicity? Well, it's very simple. This video is going to be short, simple, and sweet, to the point. And the way to know is to look at two areas. How do you feel and what do you see? So a lot of times when you're dealing with toxic people, they love to create illusions, right? They love to lie, they love to gaslight, oh, it wasn't me, no, what you're hearing is not true, and blah, 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 right? So one way to really tell if you're dealing with a toxic person or you're in a toxic environment is what do you feel? You will always feel something is wrong if it's wrong. The thing is that a lot of people don't trust their intuition. They don't trust the feelings that they're feeling. Like if they don't see it, they cannot trust themselves. But the one person you should always trust is yourself. So if you feel uneasy about a situation, there is a reason for it. And my second tip is, what are you seeing? Con artists, players, people full of toxicity, they love, like I said, to create an image of something that is not real. Illusions. So you gotta take those rose-colored glasses off and really believe in what you are seeing. Not what you are hearing, what you are seeing with your own two eyes. Your eyes do not lie. So whatever you are seeing for yourself is whatever is real. Everything else is not real, only what you are seeing, right? And what are toxic environments? What are toxic relationships? What are toxic people all about? How would you really know, right? Like a lot of people are like, well, I need more than that. Well, it's simple, right? How do you feel is based on what is being delivered to you, right? Like what type of impact are you feeling? What do I mean by that? Well, toxic relationships are filled with disrespect. Toxic relationships are filled with one-sidedness. Toxic relationships are dealt with selfishness, entitlement, arrogancy, right? When you're around toxic people in toxic environments, these are the things that you are going to see. So if you are in a relationship that the person is completely selfish, they only think about themselves, they lack empathy, meaning they cannot put themselves in your shoes, they don't see where you're coming from, you don't feel heard, you don't feel like a person's respecting, your feelings. You feel stepped all over, right? You feel like you're bullied. You feel like you can't even express yourself. You can't even express your opinions without an argument conveying, without there being chaos and drama, without there being, they belittle you. They try to like put you in a box and smack you back into where they feel you belong. You feel small. You feel taken advantage of. You feel taken for granted, right? All those things are considered toxic. So if you're dealing with that in a relationship or partnership, an entanglement, whatever you got going on, and that's the way you feel, then you are in a toxic dynamic. It's all about how you feel and what you are seeing. Like once again, your feelings are not gonna lie and your eyes are not gonna lie. So don't worry and don't depend on what other people are saying, what this person is telling to you, right? Because loving someone and feeling love are two very separate things. You could tell someone you love them all day, but if you actually are not making the effort to make them feel loved, to make them feel safe, then it's the purpose of a person saying they love you. They actually don't mean it, right? Because when you truly love someone, that comes with effort, that comes with action, something tangible that you can see, how they treat you, how they value you, their worth that they put on the relationship and you as a person. And that is something you cannot deny. So that is how you tell if you're in a toxic dynamic. And this could be toxic dynamic with anyone. This could be family members, this could be work relationships, this could be environments that you're a part of, groups, things that you're believing in. If it doesn't feel wholesome within your soul, you don't feel good in the inside about it, or when you're around these people, you're around these environments, it is not for you. It is not for you. There's some unhealthy, toxic pattern. You gotta really start looking into your belief system, right? If you don't see it for yourself, or you didn't see it in the past and you were in a toxic dynamic and you're still like confused, right? You still can't get it straight, you still can't get it right. You need to start looking at your belief system. And I'll give you an example. I was recently having a conversation with someone and we were talking about abuse. We were talking about abusive dynamics. And I was talking about someone I knew and how they were in a physical abusive relationship. And the other person had said, well, this person that I know, they never dealt with like abuse. But one thing that I know that their partner did was they cheated on them, but they never abused them. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I was really taken back by that comment. And this is a belief system a lot of people believe. So let's get it straight right now. When you are cheating on someone, whether it's you or it's being done to you, you are being abused or you are being abusive. I'm going to explain why that is so. Because in order for you to cheat on someone, you have to lie, right? You have to mess around with their perception, right? How they're seeing things, which means you're gaslighting. You're messing around with their head. You're telling them that you're here when you're not really there. You're telling them that you did this when you didn't really do that. You're telling them that they didn't see what they thought they saw or heard what they thought they heard. And, you know, you deny, lie on top of lie, which is causing emotional and mental conflict within that person. You start messing around with their self-esteem, their self-worth, and their confidence. All of that is considered to be abusive. Not only that, but you only focus on your own needs and wants and not really focus on what it's doing to the other person. You feel entitled to do what you want to do, even though you know that this will hurt the other person. And yes, you know that it will hurt the other person if they found out, which is why you are lying. That's why the lying comes in. First of all, you know that the person won't accept it, so you're taking away their free will. That's why you're doing it on the sneak. And then the second part is that you keep lying about it because you know that in some regard it will hurt this person. Now you could just let them go and just leave the relationship, or they could do that for you, but they won't do that. Why? Because they're getting some benefit out of it. So it's selfish. It's selfish. It's one-sided, right? You wouldn't want that done to you. If the other person was cheating on you, you would probably be like, wait, what? No, oh no, that's not gonna flow, right? But it's okay for you to do it to them. So there's a lot that goes into cheating if you start peeling the layers out and peeling it back like an onion. Oh yeah, and it's actually very abusive. So people who think that cheating is not abusive, no. You actually need to start really checking your belief system, right? And if you're doing it to another, then you need to start looking at yourself and start realizing why you're being abusive to someone else. You are toxic and you have toxic ways, and there's something about you within you that you need to heal. And there's no justification for it, right? There's no, like, you know, they always make justifications about men. Like, men do it because they have a high sexual appetite, or men will always be men, or boys are always going to be boys, or they need more than one partner to feel sexually stimulated, and blah, 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 blah. Those are all justifications. And then with women, it's like, oh, she didn't feel emotionally secure. She wasn't getting, emotionally fulfilled. Whatever the reason is, it's still an excuse. It's still abusive. And if you were a true emotionally mature adult, you handle it in the emotional adult way, which is communicate with your partner. And if they can't give you what you need, you bounce, you leave, right? End of story. You don't want to be there. They're not giving you something that you need. They're not giving you something that you want. You end that situation and you move on to another. You do it the proper way. So yes, cheating is abusive. So these are the signs if you are in a toxic relationship, or if you are a toxic person to another, or you're living in a toxic environment, right? So you definitely want to start making sure that you're educating yourself on the signs so you don't get caught up in these type of dynamics. And you know what? You don't do it to another. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.